Hello folks, this is the final tone test, at least for a little while. This is my 12-string Rickenbacker, left-handed. This one only took 2 days for them to get ready because I've been waiting the better part of a year, I'd say about 10 months now, for some guitars I ordered that are not kind of normally what they build. So there's the blue telly was one of them. The red telly, because I asked for a hot rail pickup in the bridge position, and they couldn't figure that one out. So I said, look, I'm not waiting a long time for these guitars, so what do you got in the factory right now? And we'll see what we can do with them. And so they said, well, he showed me some pictures. I said, well, the 12-string Rickenbacker actually interests me. I've never been a big fan of that Ricky sound, but I've also never heard a 12-string, just a 6-string. I had a friend that had one, and the frets were these teeny little things, and it was impossible to play it. This is an annoying guitar. But this one sounds great. I managed to drop the bridge right down. The action was crazy low, and not one fret buzzed. So kudos to my Chinese company for that. Usually there's some issues. You know, a lot of the times with the Chinese company, what they're going to do is they're going to try the guitar out, and if there's fret buzz, rather than, you know, double check make sure that a fret hasn't popped or that the neck is straight, they'll just like pop the bridge way up high and have horrible action to get rid of the buzz and then send it to you. So, you know, there are issues like that where you have to, you know, okay, I need truss rod adjustment and I need all these things before I can actually get the action lowered. I haven't done an official setup and, you know, the intonance thing on this one yet. It stays in tune pretty good, although it's hard to find 12-string packs, so that I can, you know, have some backup strings in case something breaks. Because they usually send, you know, with a Chinese guitar, they will buy the cheapest strings that they possibly can, because they're going through a lot of them, and they're not very good. So we got some student guitars, and as I was trying to do sort of like rough setups on them just to get them up and running, a lot of the E strings broke off them and stuff like that. So there's some issues there. But this guitar really surprised me. Apart from the pickguard is a mess. This is right here is a second piece, and the glue has come off the front. And there's like a space between the two layers. They didn't sand the edges before they put the pickguard on, so there's like little pieces of plastic all hanging off it. So that was really sloppy, and it's not cut well. However, pretty much everything else about this guitar has thrilled me, apart from a slight, I can't see it in this light, oh there it is, a slight red paint smudge on the neck binding, and somebody obviously dropped a couple of drops of black paint on it here, which probably when they're hanging it up to paint it, they don't let the previous paint dry, or they don't wipe it down and the black drop. So there's some cosmetic issues. Now, I thought that this was a master tone, but turns out it's a master volume. It may supposed to be a master tone, but if it is, then they just forgot to put the capacitor on it, which they do sometimes. So I get, you know, instead of a tone and volume, a lot of times I'll get like 2 volumes. So it's just the capacitor. But relatively nice guitar and a very distinctive sound. So we're just going to go through some of the sounds for you. No point in doing dirty sounds. I can give you a quick show of what's going on with dirty sounds, but it's not pretty. This is really not meant for, you know, I haven't seen a heavy metal guy play a 12-string Rickenbacker before. So, and it's not super powerful, so it's a little bit quieter. shows you that 12 sound. So that's the bridge pickup. Here's the middle position. And neck. Really beautiful, clean sound, very full. You know, you've got your 60 sounds covered with something like this, and it's very distinctively different from any other guitar I own. Not just the fact that it's a 12 string. That's the thing I was playing around with on the first tone test. But that's also a nice sound. And single note picking. Gives it a really unique flavor. You have to be really careful when using dirt on this sucker. Really not a dirty guitar. It's a clean sound. Just a nice sounding guitar for a very specific purpose. So it's a bit heavy because again, well, there's still styrofoam caught in there. I was shaking the snot. I was like when you drop a pick in an acoustic guitar, and I'm trying to get all that styrofoam out of there from its shipping container. Oh, almost had him. Here's one little piece. Anyway, that's what a 12-string Rickenbacker sounds like. And again, you can see the neck pickup is hotter than the bridge. So, you know, some guitars I go, oh, almost always play it in the bridge position, or I always almost play it in the middle position. But lately, like the red Telly, that's a neck position guitar, and this one seems to be as well. But that's what it sounds like. I hope you like the sound of that. If you're interested in that, you know, that Beatles sound, Byrds, Roy Orbison, Tom Petty, all that kind of stuff, then maybe this is the kind of guitar that you'd be interested in. Now this one cost me a little more money. So 714.2, under 300 American. about 380, 385 Canadian. But you know, 12 string, there's a lot of work. You got the crazy tuning pegs all over the darn place. But this one was ready to go in 2 days because the name just goes on the truss rod cover. So they didn't have to repaint the whole neck with my name on it. They just put that on and said, other than that, I want it sort of traditional. I don't need any real modifications to it. So, and I'm glad. So, it's definitely going to be a studio kind of thing. Not a lot of opportunity for it in sort of a live performance setting. But you never know. We'll see what I start to write on that thing and see how that changes my style of playing. And I hope that I will see you with some more guitars and some more about my life in China very, very soon. So take care, everyone. Stay safe. Social distancing and all that. China's back to normal. Everybody's working. We're still being a little cautious, but because of what China did, we're up and running again. And I hope that wherever you are, that you stay safe and that life returns to normal for you very, very soon. So I'll talk to you soon. Bye now.